Tate stuff, which we're going to cover some more brain rot because a grown-ass fucking man is really accusing another grown-ass man of trying to traffic him. No fucking joke. This shit is about to get really fucking cringe. Like literal cringe. So let's go ahead and pull this up. So now, I'm going to write the new timestamp, which is, can you give it to me, Digny?
I already wrote it down. It was 49 minutes and 9 seconds.
All right, so now we get to cover Andrew Tate accusing Sneako of trying to human traffic him. Oh my God. So apparently, Andrew Tate claims that while Sneako was in Romania, Sneako came on to him, flirted with him, and was being gay towards him. Yes, this is a real thing, guys. Yes, a grown-ass fucking man is accusing another grown-ass man of coming on to him. This is not a joke. I wish this was a joke, but it's just not. So we're going to go ahead and cover this fucking funny story.
Shit, really bro. Funny. I thought they were already gay for each other. They didn't hook up yet? Oh, well.
So it's already in my bookmarks. So let's see. All right, there it goes.
So it seems he's got himself.
All right. Let's see. Is it up? It is up. Let's go ahead. Is there any pre-perspectives anyone wants to give before we get into Andrew Tate accusing Sneako of sexually trying to human traffic him? Because my perspective is this is cringe.
Live stream their collaboration on Kick and have them kill each other and move on.
I mean, they probably would, like, low-key. Like, if I just invited them to... If I invited them to the same room as each other, I'll just tell them, hey, y'all need to fight. Whoever wins gets $1 billion.
One more point, Triton. Andrew Tate's father is the only black man to never run away from his children. And look what that led to.
Oh, my God. Okay, let's continue.
Exposed, and all these revelations are going to come to light. So I'm going to tell you a very factual story. I'm not Gossip Girl. I'm not here to insult anyone. I have no personal vendetta against anybody. I'm not mad at anyone who's ever insulted me. I'm just a guy. And I'm just here to tell the version of the story.
You're just a guy. You're just a guy telling this weird story. Oh, I'm not here to insult or demonize anyone. Well, clearly you are because you're telling the fucking story. Like, I don't like that pussy shit. Why are you going to come on and say I'm not demonizing anyone and I'm not trying to insult anybody, but you're accusing a guy of trying to human traffic you? Like, come on.
I think you Andrew Tate is accusing Sneako of being a homosexual, folks. Just no cap, bruh. Right? Let's forget the human trafficking, right? Before the 19th century, human trafficking was as normal as drinking water. Although back then the water was poisonous. It was as normal as drinking alcohol, right?
No, I know what he's really accusing him of, but the way he puts out this video, he's literally trying to insinuate that Sneako tried to human traffic him as the way like he goes about it. It's like, bro. And the reason people bring it up too, because he has like because he has a bunch of human trafficking allegations, and I'm not gonna. Because I don't really know too much about it, and I'm not going to get deep in that. So I don't know if it's true or not for the record, and I'm not going to get into that rabbit hole because they are suing people that are getting in that rabbit hole, so I'm not going to get into that rabbit hole. But however, I am going to say it is really ironic that you are accusing someone of that you got accused of human trafficking, and then you're accusing of some guy trying to come on to you, and you rejected him, and he's still trying to come on and sexually harass you. It's still a weird double standard to do, and I'm gonna be real. I don't really believe this story at all. I really don't, because this all just sounds weird. Myron and Fresh, the people that he said were witness to it, came out and confirmed it. In fact, Myron still talks to Sneako. You would think if Sneako was flirting with Myron's connections and Myron's friends, that Myron would cut him off, and that this would have been known. And in fact, too, Andrew Tate literally invited him into like a party earlier this year and was cool with him earlier this year and made up with him multiple times after the trip in Romania. So it's like, I really do not believe this story, because why would you continue to hang out with a guy that was flirting with you and coming on to you? Like, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense at all.
They're all Fuentesian homosexuals. All of them.
As I lived it. I'm just here to tell the truth. That's it. I'm just going to tell you some facts. A few years ago, there was a streamer, I think everybody knows who I'm talking about, who was obsessed with me. If I got a girl...
Why don't you name names? See, I don't like when they don't name names. Like, name names. We all know you're talking about Sneako. Name the fucking name like a real man.
No, it's Triple P.
Triple P. But imagine Sneako misunderstood, which we know, but like, imagine Sneako misunderstood and he was talking about PPP.
He tried to do the same
Mr. I
thing.
can't find my PPP.
Single thing I did, he copied verbatim. He tried to be me, literally be me. He was obsessed with me. And I thought he just wanted to be famous, and that turned out to be a homosexual obsession. He came to Romania with two people who I respect very much, Myron and Fresh, great guys. They managed to convince me to allow him to come. He came there and started acting really fruity and really weird. He started telling me that he had this cuck thing that was exposed.
Then why did you continue to hang out with him after the fact? You hung out with him after the fact. Why did you hang out with him after the fact? Why were you at the club with him earlier this year? Why were you in the same house with him this year? Why were you on multiple streams with him in 2025? Why were you collaborating with him for several years?
This big cuck scandal, and he asked me what I think about cucking and if it's normal to explore your sexuality and if I've ever tried it. And I said, look, I'm older than you, bro, and I've never tried that. I don't think that's normal. And then he started saying, isn't it normal just to try new things? Don't you think it's normal to be curious? How do you know if you're really gay or not unless you've tried being gay? And then I realized he was coming on to me. And when I realized he was coming on to me, I thought the best thing I can do is just not talk to him anymore, because I don't like this gossip girl stuff.
But yet you talked to him, you collaborated with him on streams in 2025. You went on Aiden Ross with him. You met up with him this year.
When did he say this happened?
He said this happened in Romania, like in 2022, 2023, when Sneako went to Romania. And he talked to Sneako after the Romania trip. So, yeah. Like, they've had beef, like, right after the trip, but then they made up in 2025, and then they went to the club in 2026. Like, this happened years ago, and he said this happened years ago, but yet he hung out with him after the fact. It's like, why did you hang out with him after the fact if this really happened? This is why
They're
the story.
They're all fucking Nick Fuentes. That's what's happening. All of them. Except for Triple P. They grab onto Triple P and force him to go moo while he's getting impaled by the Sneako peen. Why not? If we're going to talk bollocks, let's talk bollocks about everyone.
I ain't stopping you.
Yeah, let's talk about the fact that Triple P's first meal is about the same size and weight as Lord Triton. Right? Literally a human Andy Warski, right, steals coke addicts' coke and then brings in their dead body for Triple P to eat. That's why they can't find any of the bodies. Because Triple P has picked those fuckers clean. He eats everything.
Do you think that's why perspicacity and Godwinson just randomly disappeared? Do you think PPP went and ate them?
Yes. And that's why myself and Triton and a few others are the last people alive who know that Warski's goons pulled a gun on his detractors in Las Vegas, because that got fucking airbrushed from fucking history pretty quick.
Yep, it did. No one really brings it up. No one really shits on Warski like that. No, that's weird. It's like there are prominent creators that don't get shit out too much. Like, I feel like even creators I like, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, I like Sneako, and I probably won't, I mean, let's think, like, I ain't gonna stop anybody for shitting on, because at the end of the day, it's people on the internet. We shit on each other.
Besides, he did say he liked cuties.
Yeah, and I disagree with that as well.
And so we are going to keep mogging on him for that because it's funny.
It is funny to mog on him for that. But, however, It is still the right thing to fucking call out Andrew Tate for making up this fake story because I could sense it from 100 miles away. This
He must have had a
nonsense.
slow week. He's like, I need to come up with some topic.
And
I know.
even if it is real,
Well, let's make
like,
up a story about Sneako being gay. The dude's Muslim.
which apparently Andrew Tate is Muslim, and he gets into that and later in the video. And also, Sneako did respond too, so we will go over Sneako's response, short response as well, and then we'll confirm or deny if they're guilty or not. All right, let's continue.
I don't want to be a drama merchant like he is.
And that's the thing. I'm gonna be real. There is a 9% chance that this story could be real. So I'm not. So that's the thing. I'm not fully saying it's not real. It's just the way Andrew Tate is presenting it. It's just a weird fucking way. And I question. And if this story is real, then that means Andrew Tate must have gave him a chance. Because why did you hang out with him after the fact? If some dude came on to me, I'm gonna not hang out with that guy after. Why would I? Why would I hang out with him after? The fuck?
I think, Triton, you would run, because let's face it, if the
I
average
would run.
if the average, say, 6'2", 250-pound, Tateite, Sneakoite man, closeted homosexual came onto you, your best chance is fucking running away because you're not winning that encounter.
No,
You're not. Let's face it.
You are not winning that encounter at all. And like,
it's dangerous, man. That's why you got to run, right? Got to run. One interesting thing about Andrew Tate during this clip is on his left arm, his left forearm. You can't see it currently, but when he puts his arms back in the diamond position, you'll notice he has a cigarette burn or a cigar burn on his forearm, and I'm thinking, what the fuck? You can't see it at the moment, but it's a big black burn. And it's a fag burn.
probably, yeah, because he literally smokes cigars like every single minute of the fucking day. He smokes them in his house. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, I do have a few little joint burns, but they're not black. Mine are red.
Is my brand isn't sitting online and constantly insulting other people like his is. So I thought,
True.
let me just.
I mean, there's ash in a fucking weed joint.
Cut him
I
off.
haven't smoked in a while, so probably.
But cigars are really ashy. I should know. I ran over a cigar butt with a lawnmower once.
He's obsessed with me. He's a beard. I don't want to ruin the guy's career.
Horrible.
Let us go his separate way. Since then, he has mentioned me every single day in every single stream he does. Andrew Tate wore a t-shirt. Andrew Tate drove a car. Andrew Tate drunk coffee. Andrew Tate this. Andrew Tate that. He is obsessed with me. And if you see the way he talks about me, you can see in his eyes. It's not because he is morally superior. It's not because he just wants clicks. It's a homosexual rage, which is suppressed. Guys, I don't like saying
there it is.
I feel uncomfortable making this video. I want
there it is. Oh, guys, you may have missed it, but it was right there, the fag burn. It's not there currently, but it was there.
Oh, there it is, right here. I see it.
There you go. It's like,
yeah,
dude.
That is I never even had a burn like that, a big burn like that from, a weed joint. Like, he must have stuck his fucking arm in the fucking cigar while someone else was smoking it and fucking got that. Because no way something like that. Because I've smoked cigars before and I never even got a burn like that.
Or he could have dropped ash on it. Like I said, they're really ashy.
That's a hole, Taran. That's
Okay.
a hole.
That's a big fucking hole, bro.
Right. Did he get in a fight with Tristan and Tristan just burned a lit cigar into his forearm or something?
Probably. Imagine he was like, I hate you, brother. Oh.
I just find it very interesting. It's like it's all about this alpha male lifestyle with Andrew and Tristan, right? And when you look at the two of them side by side, I think to myself, why isn't Tristan the number one, right? Because he's got the look, but I think Andrew Tate has got the brain, right? Tristan is more style, and Andrew is more substance, which is why Andrew is the number one, while Tristan is the number
not only
two.
that, but Andrew's the main mouthpiece. That's why he's number one. Because it's not about looks. It's like, who's the bigger mouthpiece? Who do people know more? They know Andrew more because Andrew actually went on the Big, which I didn't know this, but apparently he went on Big Brother. Oh, Torn disconnected, but he'll be right back. His fucking headset did that shit again.
No. I sent 2 female assassins to Torrin and said they were his ex-wives or his current wives, one of those.
Oh my god! All right, but let's get.
I thought, what greater indignity, being known as the dignified cartoon gentleman, what greater indignity is there than being assassinated by women as a man?
Honestly, that would be hot.
I'm comfortable making this video. I wanted all of this to go away. I just said, no, I'm not going to fuck you, bro. Get out of here. I just tried to ignore the kid for 5 fucking years. Here we are 5 years later. He won't stop talking about me. And if you watch him do it.
All right, there you go, Torrin. 5 years ago. That's the number of years. Oh, they say this happened 5 years ago. 5 years ago. By the way, you're just. Here, I'm going to let you know in DMs. It's disconnected. And if you can't get it back working, you can just. Oh, there it goes. There you go. You're back.
That was horrifying. After it disconnected, it reconnected, and I just heard stat going in my ears. It was terrifying.
No, that was the female assassins I've sent to kill you.
Oh my god.
Well, as long as they break my neck with their thighs, I don't care.
Yeah, Tate answered your question. He said it happened 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Watch him do it and look in his eyes while he does it. It is a suppressed homosexual rage. He is enraged. Now he's Muslim LARPing. He's Islam LARPing. Constantly LARPing about Islam while being gay in private and taking drugs in private. As opposed to me, who keeps my faith private and my internet. He keeps his faith on the internet, and in his private life is completely haram. So we can discuss which one of us is the real
not
Muslim.
really. Y'all both do the same thing, right? It's just difference is he takes drugs, according to you, he takes drugs and does all that shit in private. You do it publicly. In fact, you do take drugs private. So it's like, come on, like you're literally no better.
Muslims aren't supposed to smoke.
Yeah, they're not supposed to smoke at all, which I'm gonna be real. I mean, Christians aren't either, but I mean, that's just to get against, like, Christians believe your sins can be forgiven. They believe, like, your sins can be forgiven, and they don't, like, you're not supposed to get judged by it by the world. You're supposed to get judged by it by God, and you're not going to go to, that's the thing. Christians believe you can't, like, you can do anything. Like, you don't just go to hell for smoking. You just have to repent, and that's the thing. Like, I just have to repent from my addiction and all that, but that's the thing. It's like, a lot of religions don't believe that, but some religions are lenient because some religions believe you could be forgiven off of that. Like they believe, like, hey, even if you do something I don't like, you could still be a child of God without being the most perfect Christian. Muslims, they think a little different. They believe you have to be the perfect Muslim. They believe you have to follow every single thing, and they believe like smoking and all that gets you sent to hell. Whereas Christians don't really believe that. Like, they believe it's wrong, but they don't believe doing wrong things gets you automatically sent to hell. That's the difference.
A great example would be comparing the Old Testament and the New Testament God. They're the same God, folks. Same entity, right? How did we go from a God who believed in child sacrifice to a God, same infallible being, who went from child sacrifice is okay to being nasty to a child in any way means you'll get a millstone tossed around your neck and thrown into an ocean, right? Same entity, same divine being. It's very simple. The interpretation of that divine will. That was the only difference. The only difference between hurting a child and sacrificing a child is right, to hurting and sacrificing a child is wrong. Interpretation.
I mean, that's the thing. I don't defend child sacrifice at all, but to explain it.
That's because you're not Jewish.
But to explain like the thing, it's like from what the Old Testament, from what I've been reading, it's like it's basically like you determine. It depends on the motive, but yet against like Christianity, we don't believe in child sacrifice. That's something that designed like the Jews they believe in.
There was a time in the Old Testament,
But
folks, where mixing fabrics was a death sentence. Mixing fabrics. Oh, you have cotton and polyester together? Time to die. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? That's why Christianity has changed a lot in thousands of years, right?
We want to have that conversation. But I live in an Islamic country. I live in Dubai. He lives in New York. He walks around during Pride Month in New York. Guys, I really didn't want to do this video, but it's all coming to light. I woke up this morning with a few text messages from people who know.
By the way, he made this video a few months ago. He just recently we uploaded the same video again, and it's like nothing's came out. Nothing's came out since this video's dropped. Literally nothing. Nothing's came out. And if stuff ends up coming out, we'll review the allegations, we'll review all that, and give our takes on it. But as far as I know, nothing's came out of this. Nothing. Literally nothing.
Very well saying, is it true that this person does these things? And I'm like, oh, so this is about to blow up all over the internet. I said a long time ago to Sneako once on one of my emergency meetings, I said, don't come at me, bro, because I could have ruined your career and I didn't. I am the nicest man. If he had this kind of information on anyone else, he'd post the screenshots. He'd sit there like a little girl. He'd do a full breakdown. He'd talk about it for years. I'm the because that's who he is. I've known he's gay forever, and I didn't care. Came on to me. It was weird. It's going to come out what he's really been up to. You're going to see he's not a pinnacle of Islam. He's not a pinnacle of morality. He's very far from it, and that's why I had to stop talking to the guy. So I'm making this now just to make it clear. I rejected him. I said no. That's why he won't stop talking about me. That's why you can see in his eyes he is so angry. That's why I am the content his entire life. That's why, because I said no to the kid. I hope he, works it out. I wish him well. No matter how much he insults me, how much he wants to be me, he'll never be me. He's never respected like I am. He'll never achieve the heights of fame that I achieve. He'll never surpass me in any realm, no matter what. So I really, truthfully wish him the best. I didn't want to make this video. I'm only making it because it's all coming to light now. And I want everybody to see that, once again, Tate was right. If you see Tate do something, it's because he's right. If you watch my entire career, all I've done is predict the future flawlessly. I stopped talking to him years ago because I knew he was doing drugs.
Yeah, you were hanging out with him earlier this year, and you were on streams with him in 2025. You kept on off and on talking. Like, it's not, you just stopped talking to him for 5 whole years now. You off and on talked to him.
Knew he was gay. I knew he was going to BDSM clubs and doing all this kind of weird shit. I didn't want to be hanging around with some little fruity nigger who was getting tied up by dudes and bummed. I thought that's weird. I ain't hanging around with this guy who's going to sex clubs in New York, getting tied up by dudes and ass fucked. I'm not doing it. So here's the truth. That's the reason. I'm not going to talk on this again. He's going to
post receipts. Damn it. Post fucking receipts.
Tweet about me and talk about it for the next 200. See all that.
Okay, yeah, we're basically fucking done. So,
fun fact, folks, right? If you look at Triton's camera setup, the open doorway has a better camera view than he does. Right.
I know, right?
Crazy.
So this is Sneako's response. Now, before we get into it, do y'all have any takes on Andrew's response or Claire's?
Well, he's setting the stage for a controversy and a one-on-one. Put it on Kick, have them kill each other. Simple as that.
All right, let's get Sneako's response, and then we will cover the Bricks and Minifix thing.
Allegation on me. Andrew Tate said that you tried to. Look, let me address this. I don't know how many times we need to keep doing this. All right, I see Top Boy, tag teams in Israel, the one who folded over the song and bent over backwards for PBD, is trying to say something about me and said that I human trafficked him. One, how ironic is it that Top Boy spent the past 4 years crying about women falsely accusing him of human trafficking. You are who you surround yourself with. He became that. Is he putting a Me Too allegation on me? If I was trying to human traffic Andrew Tate, then why would he shake my hand at the party he invited me to? Oh, there's no issue. There's no issue.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. It's like that happened where he was at a party. He invited Sneako to the party and was shaking his hand saying, yeah, no issue, man. There's no issue. There's no issue at all. No issues.
Look. I don't know whether we all watched the same clip. Human trafficking wasn't mentioned fucking once. He never
It's implied. It's implied.
Implication or not, it was not said. Right?
That is true. It
right?
was not said.
I just want to make it clear, right?
Well, technically, here's what he accused him of, right? He accused them of trying to have sex.
Get in frame. I can only see like.
Okay, I'm here. Anyways, let me talk. Gosh. So what he accused him of was trying to have sex with him. That's what the tweet said, and that's what he said was he was trying to have sex with him.
And how is that human trafficking?
I mean,
how is that human trafficking? Human trafficking is taking a person from one place to another place without their consent.
And selling them as a sex slave, generally.
Right?
Let's be real. Sneako is like over-exaggerating it. And that's what these creators do. They like to over-exaggerate. And I feel like it's kind of a bad idea because it's like, then it kind of makes you look stupid when you're like over-exaggerating it a little bit. So
well, I love to over-exaggerate things, but I'm trying to be accurate in terms of
and that's what the show's about, is being accurate, and it's a good.
I don't think Sneako wants to be clipped by saying, "Hey guys, Andrew Tate called me a queer. Just want to let you guys know I'm not a queer." Okay, he doesn't want that clipped in case it bites him in the ass, quite literally. In his case, right? The allegation is clear. Andrew Tate has accused Sneako of being a fruity tooty homosexual BDSM addict, right?
Who tried to have sex with him.
Who came on to him and tried to have sex with him, right? That's the allegation. Sneako can easily respond with, yes, I did want to get fucked by Andrew Tate, right? Well, that's going to get fucking clipped. I know that for a fact. Or he can say, no, why would I come on to Andrew Tate? I'm a Allah-fearing Muslim. Allahu Akbar.
But instead, he's like saying, yeah.
Go ahead.
That would make you suspect, because then you're willfully inviting somebody in that tried to traffic you. We know why he's upset.
Or like the real allegation is trying to have sex. But let's see why Sneako thinks he's upset.
I'm ruining his career because I'm top G now, unfortunately. Stole that shit, and I'm going to keep talking about this because you got nothing. The world knows what you did. You folded over that song. You can't be Matrix. You can't talk about escaping and telling the truth.
One thing Sneako is right about is Andrew Tate didn't accuse him of this until after the whole song thing, where they all went to the song and played HH, the Kanye song, and then Andrew Tate folded and threw him under the bus and basically got mad at him because apparently Andrew Tate was getting a lot of too much shit from everybody. So Andrew Tate had to fold, cut Sneako off, and now he's making this allegation against Sneako. And I feel like and that's why a lot of these factors are just weird to me, because even if this is true, right? Let's say this is true that Sneako did came on that Andrew Tate. Why wait until you have to like cut him off until you get slighted in the public eye for the HH controversy? Why wait till the controversy? Why not come out about this 5 years ago? Why not come out about this then? Why wait 5 whole years until Sneako slights you and starts A-logging you, and then all of a sudden you're making allegations? It just doesn't make sense. It makes it look bad faith.
What?
It makes it look like you didn't even really care that he came on to you, that you tolerated it until now.
Well, let's put it another way, guys. Why would I condemn someone that supports me, right? If I know someone has done bad shit, let's use a great example, right? Say I discover something dangerous about Dash Attack, like he's a secret serial murderer or something, right? He's not, because it's dash attack, for goodness sake. He
He's
couldn't hurt a
harmless like a
fly on a
bug.
wall. Never mind kidnap a woman. But if I knew that about him, but I was working with him, I tell everyone about it while we're working together, that's going to make me look bad because I've worked with a murderer. But if I wait a few years and he turns against me, I can be like, well, you're a murderer. I have the evidence. And then that controversy buries him. You don't use the material you've got on someone when they're fucking useful to you. You only use it when they cease to be useful to you. That's true in Hollywood. That's true in Washington. That's true among content creators, great and small. It's a sad fact, but it happens.
It's true. And this is a great situation of it, because that's the thing. When Sneako was useful and Sneako was collaborating and Sneako was defending Andrew Tate while he's in jail and all that, Andrew Tate didn't have a problem with him coming on to him. He didn't care because he was useful. As soon as he became not useful anymore, he's like, you know what? You're gay. You're trying to come on to me. You're a fag. Everyone, this guy's a fag. And that's what the situation is. Sneako be drama farming because he's getting irrelevant. I mean, and that's what everyone in commentary does, and that it's just sad. Like, people just drama farm without like telling the truth anymore. It's why even Nick is done with him. The corporate curse strikes again. Well, it's not just that. The real reason why Nick Fuentes is done with Sneako is because Sneako didn't want to collaborate with him, and Sneako did also. Sneako did not want to collaborate with Nick, but then Sneako collaborated with that Dan Bilzerian guy. And I'm going to be real. That Dan Bilzerian guy, he's a fucking crazy retard, right? He's running in my district, and he's not even telling us how he's going to help my district. So that Dan Bilzerian guy is nuts, and that Dan Bilzerian guy unfairly attacked Nick first. So I kind of understand why Nick was mad at Sneako for picking Dan over him. So on that situation, but it's like, I don't know. It's like, I'm gonna be real. I mainly like Sneako's anti-Israel coverages because I feel like, you know, even if you disagree with them on other things, like, it's good to like be unified with, you know, people that do tell the truth on issues that are important like that, like the anti-Israel issue. So it's like, that's why I fully don't hate Sneako like that, is because he does tell the truth on that issue. Now, however, y'all can criticize him on the other stuff. He is controversial. He's done shitty things in the past. But however, the anti-Israel things, like, he does have good analysis on it. And he does tell the truth on it for the most part. And that's why, you know, I do watch his content, mainly to tune into that. But however, it doesn't mean he can't be criticized on other issues.
All of these prominent creators have skeletons in their closet, right? Sneako likes cuties. Tate trafficked sexy ladies to his private residence in Romania. Nick Fuentes sucked Destiny off. Dan Bilzerian probably takes a heck of a lot of steroids.
And he also, and Dan Bilzerian also admitted to shoving up illegal drugs up his ass to get across the border.
Well, yeah, he's Armenian. They do a lot of shit anally. When you live next to Turks, you'll understand why. Randy Fine and Triple P eat Palestinian children together. You know.
Apparently, Anita Sarkeesian's of Armenian descent.
Yeah, all of them. They fucking. No, hey, look. When you live with them, you'll understand why the Turks wanted to wipe them all out. Right? It's very simple. There is no such thing. In prominent creator circles, at least. With up-and-comers, it's a bit of a different story. But among prominent creators, well-known creators, they've done at least one or two fucked up things to get to where they are today. And that's true of Hollywood, true of Washington, true of anywhere. How many lives has Donald Trump destroyed to become a multi-billionaire and now a two-time president? You don't get to that level without stepping on a few people, more than a few people. And the same is true throughout most industries, most professions.
Yep.
The song is where you draw the line. You're done. Wallah, you're finished. Your reputation is out of here. If I actually tried to human traffic Top Boy, tech teams in Israel, Mossad girlfriend, show some receipts. Show them. Where's the information? Where? Does it exist? I could probably sue, but I'm not like that. I'm not like you and your owners that run Hustlers University. If Top Boy doesn't put those allegations out that I'm trying to human traffic him, then his tech teams in Israel are going to pull the plug on all that university hustler scam thing. That's why. You're done. They own you. They got you by the balls. Cope for the rest of your life.
So that is Sneako's response. So now we're going to get final perspectives on this situation. We're going to get, panel perspectives, go through the panel once again. And we're going to start with Torin. You still there?
Yeah.
All right. What's your final thoughts on Andrew Tate accusing Sneako of trying to have sex with him? Do you think it's true? Think it's false? Do you not care? What's your opinion?
I'm gonna be honest. They're both dumbasses.
That is fair. What about you, Digny?
Why does Sneako keep bringing up human trafficking when it's not a factor in the conversation, right? Being accused of being a homosexual who came on to Andrew Tate is not the same as sex trafficking a person from one part of the world to another, right? I don't know where this sex trafficking accusation come from, right? Andrew Tate is the guy who sex traffics people. He doesn't get sex trafficked, right? The slaver does not get fucking enslaved, okay? So where's this allegation of, he's accusing me of sex trafficking him, right? The fact that Sneako is being so disingenuous on that point leads me to not believe a single word he's fucking saying. I know Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate have done a lot of fucked up shit. They have done a lot of fucked up shit. Shit that crosses so many red lines it makes even me step back. But I will tell you for a fact, Andrew Tate has laid the groundwork in his perspective. Sneako has ceased to be useful to him, so now he's throwing him under the bus. Now, he should provide evidence. What evidence can he provide? Information. Saved information. You don't make a statement like this unless you've got something to back it up, like screenshots or DMs that you've saved, something like that. Like a typed confession of adoration of some kind, of sexual adoration at that. So when I think to myself, it's like, who knows? Who knows? Nick Fuentes is fucking closeted. We knew that as soon as he collaborated with Destiny. Who in their right mind on the right or the so-called far right would work with someone like Destiny? Who? A closeted homosexual. That's who. It's a big problem. How do we solve that
but
problem?
when you say having sex with women's gay, it's like that is how you know you're really in the closet.
And look, I don't want a leader in our so-called movement, whether that's nationalism or fascism, the enemy calls it fascism. I don't want the leader of the American or Western nationalist movement to be a closeted homosexual, right? If you want Nick Fuentes to lead the way, if you want a faggot to lead the way, by all means, and you argue in favor of that. But I'm not, right? I'm not letting this general twink bottom peddler lead the way. What the fuck can Nick Fuentes do? He's a twink in a suit. What can Sneako do? He's a walking contradiction. Andrew Tate, Sneako, Muslims. Muslims, my ass. They'd be pushed off high buildings if they lived in Muslim countries, right? And Dubai, you say Dubai and the UAE is a Muslim country? It's not a Muslim country. It's a money country. It's a country where if you have enough money, you can do anything to anyone.
Both of those countries are members of the Abraham Accord. So are they really Muslim countries when they're members of the Abraham Accord?
Of course not. Of course not. Because they have decided to sacrifice their independence and their principles in exchange for money, which is backed by their oil reserves. It's as simple as that. Right? Look, the Iranians have done a lot of fucked up shit, but you cannot say they are unprincipled. They're very principled. They've sacrificed a lot to defend their independence and their way of life. Can the same be said for the Gulf states who've sold out their principles for money? And look, you want to have fame and fortune as a content creator? You can't be a consistent, principled individual. You just can't, because you get crushed. I'm a living, breathing example of that.
All right, so now, Jim, what is your take on the situation? On the Andrew Tate versus Sneako thing?
He is. So when are they gonna get together and fuck each other? That's the next question.
That's
when
that's
Israel
weird.
ceases to exist.
Wait, would you be their priest, Jim?
Sure. I'll be the priest, okay?
All right, guys, clip this. Jim is going to be Andrew Tate's and Sneako's priest at their gay wedding. There we go. So now, on that note, let's see. I want to more.